Hello and welcome to the third episode of series on Indian authors in English. Today I would be reciting a poem by Sri A.K. Ramanujan. Ramanujan is a poet of Indian origin who later settled in US but retained his Indian ethos nevertheless. He was conferred with Padma Shri in 1976. The poem I would be reciting today is called Obituary, penned down by him after his father's demise. Now, before we approach this poem, it is essential to understand the socio political context when this poem was written. Ramanujan was born in 1929, so we can presume very well that the time when his father lived, men were required to conform to a certain norm of being authoritative, autocratic perhaps, being distant, loving but not emotive, always having the last say, last word in every single decision that was ever taken. So, this is perhaps what Ramanujan felt about his father. Poem is all about his grievances that he had, about unsaid conversations, about longing and loving. Presenting Obituary by A.K. Ramanujan. Father, when he passed on, left dust on a table of papers, left debts and daughters, a bed-wetting grandson named by the toss of a coin after him. So basically, father left behind a lot of liabilities since he was probably the only person who handled all the financial dealings, unpaid loans, unpaid bills, किसी को कुछ पता नहीं था. बेटियां थी जिनकी शादी होनी थी, एक पोता था जिसका नाम भैया उन्होंने पहले से डिसाइड कर रखा था, बस toss of a coin was just for namesake. Repeating again. Father, when he passed on, left dust on a table of papers, left debts and daughters, a bedwetting grandson named by the toss of a coin after him, a house that leaned slowly through our growing years on a bent coconut tree in the yard. Being the burning type, he burned properly at the cremation before, easily at both ends. Left his eye coins in the ashes that didn't look one bit different. Several spinal discs, rough, some burned to coal for sons to pick gingerly. Well, let's have a look at that again. Being the burning type, भैया इतना गुस्सा, इतना आक्रोश, इतना अहंकार जो उनमें था, आखिरी दम तक बिल्कुल वैसे ही रहा. Left his eye coins in the ashes that didn't look one bit different. आंखों में जो अंगार था ना, वही के वही रहा. Age had nothing to do. Age could not tame him down. He never turned aside. No. A house that leaned slowly through our growing years on a bent coconut tree in the yard. शायद थोड़ा बहुत नम हो गए थे, लेकिन ज्यादा नहीं. Being the burning type, he burned properly at the cremation before, easily, and at both ends. Left his eye coins in the ashes that didn't look one bit different. और जो पीठ सीधी रहती थी ना उनकी, किसी के सामने झुके नहीं हम कभी. क्या हुआ उसका? Several spinal discs, rough, some burned to coal for sons to pick gingerly and throw at the priest said, facing east where the three rivers met near the railway station. Look at the metaphor, near the railway station. So, पिताजी आगे की जर्नी के लिए, आगे की यात्रा के लिए निकल चुके हैं. No long-standing headstone with his full name and two dates to holding their parenthesis. Everything he didn't quite manage to do himself. क्या किया तमाम उम्र भर उन्होंने? Everything he didn't quite manage to do himself, like his Caesarean birth in the Brahmin ghetto and his death by heart failure in a fruit market. जो भी उनका अहंकार था, हम मैंने ये किया है, मैंने वो किया है, वो कहाँ तक हम खुद करते हैं और कहाँ तक कुछ डेस्टिनी का प्रभाव रहता है। जैसे कहते हैं लक बाय चांस हो गया भाई, आप वेल टू डू फैमिली में पैदा हुए हैं, इसमें आपने क्या कंट्रीब्यूशन किया है? सो everything he didn't quite manage to do himself, like his caesarean birth in the Brahmin ghetto and his death by heart failure in a fruit market. But someone told me he got 2 lines in an inside column of a Madras newspaper, sold by kilo exactly 4 weeks later to street hawkers. भैया किसी ने तो उनके बारे में कुछ 4 अच्छे शब्द कहे थे, हाँ, और वो किसी न्यूज़पेपर में छप के आया था जो अभी बिक रहा था रद्दी के भाव. Sold by kilo exactly 4 weeks later to street hawkers who sell it in turn to small groceries where I buy salt, coriander and jaggery in newspaper cones that I usually read. भेल खाने के बाद भैया जो पेपर में भेल लपेट के देता है वो मैं पेपर पढ़ लेता हूँ कभी कभार, एमी टाइम पास के लिए. In newspaper cones that I usually read for fun and lately in the hope of finding these obituary lines. And he left us a changed mother and more than one annual ritual. This is what Ramanujan, or probably each one of us, feels about other people we meet in life. We are never able to say what we have on our mind to them. We have grievances, we have love that is unsaid, that is unfelt by them, all of that. Obituary by A.K. Ramanujan. This series is an humble attempt to ensure Indian writers who have chosen English as their language of expression, their work reaches more people, today's generation. If you like this episode and this series, please do share it with your friends and family. Also, do let me know who would you like to be recited next, and would you like regional writers as well? Well, thank you. Keep watching us and follow Open Minds Productions. Thank you.